Welcome in. This is the Lee Company Countdown to Kickoff. Lee Company, all you need. Visit them online at leecompany.com with Blaine Bishop and Buck Rising. I'm Brent Doherty. We are outside Gate 3 at Nissan Stadium. We would love to see you. That is correct, right? Gate 3?
That is indeed.
I haven't done one of these in a minute.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
Kirby knows where we're at, right?
Good to have you, buddy.
Yeah. I mean, we're kind of a cat-a-corner to Juvenile Hall.
Yes, where we belong.
Yes.
No. You must speak for yourself.
It is the Titans and the Chiefs today at noon here at Nissan Stadium. A lot of Chiefs fans wandering around the facility. Nothing new here for road teams fans love to come to Nashville, and we get it. Mm-hmm. It is a cool town. We understand that. Noon here today at Nissan Stadium. Again, outside Gate 3. We'll be here until 11 a.m. Come by and see us. Boys, how we doing on this beautiful Sunday, December 21st?
I'm great. It's good to be back with you guys. It's been a couple of weeks since we've been at home. I know that the football hasn't exactly gone to plan, but since the last time we were at Nissan Stadium, my God, they won a game, Blaine, against Cleveland.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So
we're going to try to get a home win.
Sure.
Still haven't won here.
They got to put that check mark by that now. They got to get a home win.
We're north of 400 days since the last time it's happened.
Is that what it is?
Wait a minute, don't tell me to stop. It's factually accurate.
Like, really? I mean, stop like with that.
Yes. Would you like me to give you an exact day count? I will.
I stopped counting, Blaine.
I can't count that high.
Yeah,
so I just
been a while.
Ross, chat GPT for me how many days it's been since November the 4th, 2024. I could tell you the date, Blaine.
Oh,
November the 4th.
That's right. The New England Patriots, Gerard Mayo's New England Patriots came in here and they took them to overtime and they won that game. And that's the last
right.
game
Oh, yeah.
that they won at home.
And that's when I realized May really could run.
Nice
like he was a really good athlete. I thought he was a good athlete, but like he could run and buy time because that throw to get him in overtime was like,
Yeah, he made a couple of sick throws that day.
Well, I mean, it's been 13 months and 3 weeks.
Sure has.
There you go. You did the math.
It's not quite 14 months.
I didn't even try.
I'll give you an exact day count.
Well, since you guys are talking about that means they will win.
Sure. I think they will win.
We will.
I really do.
Oh.
I really believe they're going to win. I'll tell you why.
Okay.
And we'll get into more detail a little bit later.
This will be fun.
Todd Furman, our guy in Vegas on Wednesday. Titans plus the 3.5.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, by 3.
And sprinkle the money line is what he said.
Explain to us, novice, what sprinkle the money line mean?
Money line means Titans went straight up as a 3.5-point underdog. He's saying like make a pizza bet on it, maybe. Whatever that means to you. That could mean $5
so that
to some
means
people.
23-20?
Depends where you go get.
14?
If you take them, money line is just straight up. So just an outright win.
That's the only way I would bet.
Titans, sure. Titans plus the 3 means that they could lose by 2 and still cover.
Well, when I got it, it was 3.5, and I did it, and it's now 2.5.
Okay.
So that's officially what I'm going at.
Well, have you seen
Titans plus the 3.5. Joe Fortenbaugh, ESPN bet. His bet of the week, Titans plus the 3.5.
Bet of the week?
Bet of the week.
How about that?
Hey, that's what I'm telling you. The Titans going to get them.
Okay.
And then do with
Don't
what you
hating.
will. Moonshine went Titans.
I'm not hating.
but I mean, you know that they're not going to win. I'm like, they're going to break the streak today.
I'm curious. I would like to know. Now, if you look at their injury report, Blaine,
it looks like the Chiefs bled out on the injury.
Well, the injury report earlier, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe McDuffie. I did. Yeah. So, but also the Titans got some guys maybe who are backups going to play a lot.
Brother, are you playing safety today?
The guys they signed, I don't know their names, but
they just got here.
I don't even know how to pronounce one of the guys.
I literally would rather have you out there, Blaine, right now.
I don't know if I
with
can
your leather North Face jacket on.
I mean, hell, we got you out here. We got Steve Jackson on the sideline. Both of you boys suit up. Let's go.
Well,
let's just run it back.
We could survive on toughness and killer instinct. But that only lasts so long.
How long does it last?
One play.
I love it. Absolutely love it. The weather today is delightful.
It sure is.
Currently sunny and, I don't know, 49 according to Kirby's thermometer.
I would say that's generally accurate.
Yeah, I think that's in the sun.
Officially 48 in Nashville right now. Let's see. What else? Davis Nolan let us know to expect mostly sunny skies, cool temperatures, 49 degrees at kickoff, 52 in the fourth quarter.
Oh, so you saw that at 2, huh? When he added us?
He added us, yeah. He still uses the News 2 graphics, which I think is great for Davis.
Oh,
Davis
that's
is a
funny.
legend in this town.
Of course
Absolutely.
he is, man.
When
The
I'm-
weatherman is always I remember the weatherman growing up in high school, middle school,
Oh, yeah.
grade school, everything.
I
They
moved
stay there
here-
forever.
I moved here in 1984. I was in the 6th grade, and News 2 was Bob Bell, R.I.P. Bob Bell, who I used to work with, did sports.
Oh, really?
Bob Mueller,
Yeah.
Ann Holt, Davis
I know Bob
Nolan.
Mueller. Yeah.
Yep. So that's been a long time crew there. Mueller's still rolling, man.
45 years.
Isn't that crazy?
The GOAT.
He looks the exact same.
No, he's perfect with the mustache and everything.
yeah.
He's the classic local news
Anchorman.
anchorman. He's a stud.
Yeah.
Let's see.
One day he's
what
going
was
to say,
your
F you, Smyrna.
What was yours growing up, or when you were in Indiana? Do you know
Wait, what?
the weatherman?
Oh no,
Bob Gregory. Oh, Bob Gregory.
Blake, there's not a weatherman for the whole state.
No, it is. He is. He was that known.
Hey, man,
Oh my God,
if
he
your
was
name-
there from grade school all the way through pro for me.
If your name is Bob
He's
Gregory,
laughing.
you have to be a weatherman.
Correct.
You absolutely do.
Yeah, Bob Gregory. What a great name.
He got so
man.
mad at me for not knowing the weatherman in Indianapolis.
Yeah, exactly.
He knew he had you. That's what it was.
I know. That's the only time I'm going to get him.
Well, I think.
I'm gonna get him again today because we're gonna win today.
Well, that's not getting me. That's not a personal attack against
Are
me.
you
If they
saying
want to
that-
win, that's fine.
Are you saying Buck plays for the Chiefs?
I don't care.
No,
I don't care if they win.
just
I don't
know-
care if they lose.
I just know he's not a believer.
No. Well, I'm a believer in Minshew. Okay, I'll tell you.
See?
You know what's funny?
I'll tell you that guy. I've seen that guy.
He does
Okay.
play
He's
really
2
high.
and 2 against
He's
the Titans.
rolling
We'll get
dice.
to him. His whole life he's been a believer, but not a believer.
Oh, got you.
Chiefs are listed now as a 3-point favorite over the Titans. It's even moved since this morning.
Okay.
So 3.5 all week, jumped down to 2.5 this morning, back up to 3 right now here at Nissan Stadium. I mentioned Todd Furman saying bet the Titans plus the 3.5 is what he's doing. Joe Fortenbaugh on ESPN betting the Titans plus the 3.5. Titans are 6-8 against the spread this year. I love mentioning that to Slay. Slay every time goes, that's where we are.
Oh. Well, that's how Buck's face looked, though.
That's
just
where
said
we
that.
are.
I mean, no, that's an improvement.
No, it is. And I'm with you on that one.
Blaine, that's an improvement.
I am with you on that one.
I'm not. Again, I'm not mad at them about any of this. It's just kind of like whatever, you know.
Well, that's tough.
You would like we all would love for a different storyline.
Oh God,
moving
then losing,
forward.
yes, that'd be
Well,
great.
it's difficult for us,
Yeah,
especially to the point.
3 more games. Lee Company, Titans trust their home stadium to Lee Company to tackle their heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and electrical problems. They can protect your home too. Your next play, visit LeeCompany.com. Do you guys want to roll through some of the injury situation? We will get the inactives a little bit later.
Well, we
but-
could just do fun stuff like, what superpower would you like to have, or just anything.
What is this, July? Sports Talk Radio?
Yes, it's been that since October.
Would you rather be the wealthiest man in the world or the smartest man in the world? Come on, man. Let's come outside the box, man.
Wealthiest, dude. Like, ignorance is bliss. Have you not heard that?
Hey, I don't know, Buck. What would you pick?
Oh, it's so hard for me to not be right about everything. I don't know.
Chiefs.
Wealthiest or smartest?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I might want to be the smartest. Maybe it's just that sense of entitlement that it gives me. It'd be tough for me to go with that.
Yeah, you do like that.
I do love it.
Chiefs out 8 players so far. Wide receivers Rashee Rice and Tyquan Thornton, both with concussions. Rashee Rice is a problem. Now he got when he got that concussion, he got blasted a couple weeks ago. But both of those guys are out. Offensive tackle Jawan Taylor with an elbow. Starting right tackle Jalen Moore with a knee. Defensive tackle Derek Noddy with an illness. Linebacker Leo Chanel.
Yes.
Thank you. Shoulder.
Notice how you didn't look at me.
I got you on this one. Starting cornerback Trent McDuffie with a knee.
Knee. I know McDuffie.
Good player.
Good player.
Real good player, yeah. Where'd he go? Oregon or somewhere? I remember he was the first round, second round pick. Somewhere. I don't know. I don't know where he went.
Pac-12 sounds right. I'll look
He
that
went
up
to
for
the
you.
Anytime Medical Centers where he went.
I don't know. All I remember is O.J. McDuffie,
They've got
Penn
better
State
hours.
wide receiver that went to it was on the Dolphins.
O.J. McDuffie, yeah.
Yeah. What if they're related?
Washington.
Oh, Washington. I knew it was West Coast thing, yeah.
A lot of good
Pacific
defensive
North.
backs come out of Washington.
Yeah.
That's true. Tight end
Receivers.
Jake Brenningstool with a hamstring.
Brenningstool.
And safety Nazee Johnson.
Close enough.
Johnson.
Shoulder.
Close enough. Now, some guys that are going to play
Johnson's
are
out. I know that.
Christian Fulton, who is the former Titans second-round pick from a couple of years ago out of LSU. He's on the Chiefs. He was on the injury report this week, so we weren't sure if he was going to play, but he was listed as a full participant.
This one always had the hammy issue, right?
Yes, he's a repeat offender, as the previous coach described him. Correct. Him and David Long. He was on David Long.
He got that straight from Raising Arizona, which is a phenomenal movie.
A repeat offender is a crazy line to talk about injuries. And it sounds like we're also going to see Chris Jones today, who was on the injury report with a hamstring.
I was going to ask y'all about him. Defensive tackle Chris Jones, still a very productive player, but in terms of like statistics, his numbers going down the last few years. Sacks went from 15.5 to 10.5 to 5 and 4 this year. Have you guys noticed a decline with him?
Well, you've noticed it on the defense. Like, their defense on third down is not as good across the board. Him having less of an impact. Again, to your point, he's still a good player, still a problem, still have to account for him. But if you're just looking at, this is a moral victory type of argument, Blaine, and I don't like those, but Jeffrey Simmons is the best defensive tackle in football this year.
Who's his competition?
It is guys like Chris Jones, right?
I know. We got the Williams guy.
That's who it's been. Leonard Williams in Seattle is a really good player. Dexter Lawrence took a bit of a dip this year. Quentin Williams, as he got traded.
All of the Williams.
So those kind of guys, some of those guys are his peers, right? I think I know Dexter Lawrence was for sure in Jeff's draft. I can't remember if Quentin Williams was or if he was a later draft, but they're about the same age at that point in time. It's a tough thing for Jeffrey because it's in a losing season. They're 2-12, but as Chris Jones, at least this year, has taken a bit of a dip. Doesn't mean that he can't rebound. Next year, Jeff has been, by a lot of the metrics, the best interior defensive lineman in football.
And I think that has to do with age, and then what you're focusing on. Big Jeff talked about how he was focusing on, losing a little bit of weight, get more pass rush, made him much more effective, and also the staff is utilizing him in that manner on the outside and the inside. So right now, he's definitely probably competing with being the best D tackle in the National Football League. And that's kind of really impressive when you say you're the best at anything in the National Football League, but at anything in this world. So that's pretty unique in itself. But I would say this, even Chris Jones last year, watch this, he was middling then in the regular season.
That's what I was thinking,
when he got in the postseason, he was impactful.
That's right.
Yeah, so that changes. That's when you're that elite guy. I may have been fighting through some injuries here or there.
Kelsey does the same thing.
Right, yeah. So I still think Jeff has probably had a better season, better to him now, edged him out, but we shall see next year because consistency is what you want to see. Once you reach that pinnacle and you're one of the better players at your position, how long can you sustain that? And Mike Jones may be on the downward tick.
Chris
Jones, yeah.
Who? Mike Jones?
I told you I was going to say Jones.
Oh, Mike Jones.
I was just on the text with Mike Jones this morning, too. Yeah, by the way.
In terms of statistics for Big Jeff, a career high in sacks, right? With 9.
After last week.
Career high, I think it tackles for a loss as well. And it goes beyond with him. It goes beyond with the stats, right? Like when you're an interior defensive lineman, how impactful are you on each and every play? And he's in the backfield on each and every play.
He's one of those dudes.
Destructive.
Blaine, he wins his individual matchups, right? And he can also create for other guys because some guys, like Harold Landry, towards the end of his career here, he's had a better year in New England. But I feel like Harold was cleaning up a lot of the pressures that were created as opposed to winning individually.
That's how you work as a group. Yeah.
Right, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm just saying for Jeff, he's doing it unto himself and creating for others. He's just a wrecking. He's a force inside.
Here's what makes it so impressive what Jeff is doing. When you turn on the tape, everybody knows he's freaking a bad mamma jamma, right?
Yeah.
And so they're doubling him and tripling, and he's still making plays. Where before he was getting double, he wasn't quite. He was that half a step late. Well, maybe that little weight loss got him that half a step to make the difference. Yeah, because he was getting hits on the quarterback. He just wasn't getting the sacks and the numbers.
Yeah.
And I'm sure when he goes back and evaluates himself, he'll see that, and then that's why he made this transition. Because, man, they're still doubling and triple teaming him, and he's still making the plays now. Watch it. He was more impactful than Myles Garrett in that game.
Oh, yeah.
Head-to-head for sure.
Head-to-head. Now, even though they weren't playing each other, who was impactful?
Yeah.
So that's where Jeff has gotten to, man. It was impressive. It was impressive.
I started thinking about Big Jeff in that game last week. the snap in Houston where he could have taken the snap.
Oh my
basically
gosh,
from
I've
under
never
center.
seen anything like that.
So I started thinking about a conversation we had with Albert Hainsworth, and people like to talk about the contract years for him, where he just exploded and all these things. He said, because I brought that up, and he said to me, I got with the guy that explained to me my first 2 steps need to be explosive and toward the backfield, no matter what, and then figure it out. And so he said he started doing that. I've seen Big Jeff doing that.
Yeah.
Because Albert was like, man, I'm not going to, reach out to him, but like if he wants to talk about it, I'd love to talk about it. And I wonder if they did talk about it because that's kind of what we're seeing with him is that dominant Albert Hainsworth year.
Yeah, man, that year that
led him to $100 million.
Going for that money, or he was a different player, man. Did he win Defensive Player of the Year that year?
I don't remember.
One of those years?
He was up for it.
Oh my gosh, it was phenomenal.
But for those that don't remember or weren't here, I mean, like he was making the kinds of plays that you see in movies,
Well, he was throwing grown men. That
throwing
were
grown men.
It was like, wow.
The one play where he jumped over the center when the ball was snapped, it was in the backfield before the quarterback went back.
Let's say this. Javon Curse 1 year, you could pick any year, or Albert Hainsworth 1 year. Which one do you think had the best year single season?
Well, and so that's...
And then add Big Jeff to this mix.
That's kind of the discussion, too. Would you rather have a dominant defensive tackle or a dominant edge rusher?
Ooh, dominant.
I think now I'd rather have the interior guy.
A dominant one. Yeah.
It's just like if you have, because you can do with Myles Garrett on the inside what you can do with him on the edge, but the path to the quarterback from the interior is quicker. So if you can have a guy that can just get there faster and doesn't have to like work around as much as the edge guys does, I think that can benefit you more across the board. Not that the dominant edge guy can't also benefit your dudes, and you can stunt and twist and do all these different things to help guys out. But I think I'd rather have the interior guy.
Yeah. It'll be, man, it's hard for me to say because it depends on how they utilize you. Let's imagine, remember, they didn't put Myles Garrett on the inside at any point in time and say, oh, go against Zeitler, go against,
there was talk that they would do that.
They didn't do that. Now, because he is far more the ends or better athletes than the D tackles.
Yeah.
If we're talking about best on best. So if you utilize them correctly, the defensive end is always better. Why for so long have defensive ends had more sacks than the D tackles when the D tackles are closer than the D ends? Because they're much more athletic. So now let's match them up in certain situations against, guards and centers and see who wins. And I bet you if they would have put Myles Garrett against, one of our guards, especially like Zeitler's up there, I've been there. But when you get old, man, it's tough.
Well, that's the one sack that Myles Garrett did get was he stunted on the inside, and I think they set it up to kind of twist Corey Levin around.
Yeah, but that was a kind of a cover sack. That was a long time.
Right,
they had plenty
of
time to throw the ball, but yeah, it was in inside though.
Just quickly before we move on Jeffrey, he is going to want to get paid. He's close.
That's exactly right. That's exactly where I was going. So 2 years left on his deal. You get him done this year?
Yeah. You're
not trading him.
Before, I mean, he doesn't want to be traded, and if you are serious about building around him, and I think that they very much are and should be, right? We all feel like that is the correct move moving forward.
You said the key, though. If he wants to be here and be part of the rebuild.
He's said that a lot, Blaine. We've asked him a lot, and it just because it's a it's a fair question. I mean, if it was me, I'd want the hell out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we know.
This is tough.
Time is ticking. You only have so much, and he's 28.
He's at the prime. Yeah, he's 28
he's
right
at
now.
The peak of his career right now.
And so the deal that they gave him back in 2023, the extension, that their out would be at the end of this season. So he's got a lot less of a cap hit moving forward. He's also got a situation where you could bring his cap hit down because the next 2 seasons it would be 25.6 and 28.5. He'll stand to make more money on an average annual basis, but as you continue to build around with all the money that they have in free agency to spend, you want to create a more favorable situation for him while still taking care of him with guarantees. He's earned it.
Do you utilize a first-round pick on an edge?
Oh, man. I mean, it depends where you're picking, right? That's why today matters. And I know that
there are several that are going to be vying for top 10 status.
I think the Raiders are the worst team in football. I don't think they're winning another game.
I don't either, and I agree.
But that's an interesting proposition, right? Because it takes some of the juice out of trading up for a quarterback because the Raiders need a quarterback.
That's right.
Now, they could trade back. They could take the deal that the Titans didn't want to take last year because somebody will offer them something similar as the Giants did to try and move up to take Cam Ward last year, as Adam Schefter, who was on Blaine and Zach's show this week, reported last year at draft time. But I'm fascinated to see how they do this because this past draft for the Titans felt like, all right, let's get the baseline offense, or as much of a baseline offense as we can, skill guys, the quarterback, and what we can on defense, a Femi here, a Kevin Winston there. Next year really feels like defense has to be the thing because this year, I mean, they could spend every pick playing on corner, and they would still probably not have enough corners for the guys who are playing out there right now.
Yes. They're going to take care of the quarterback, too, with high-profile wide receiver.
They need to.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So which direction are you going to draft depending on free agency? I don't know what's out there as far as
I hate
receiver.
that free agency's first. I don't like that as
All right,
far as the
let's talk
structure
about
of the
that.
calendar.
Adam Schefter put out the number the other day. We'll talk about the free agency part of that, and then hit you with the Titans. We do know 3 players are out. There are multiples questionable. Maybe Buck has uncovered some more information, and again the
Big J Journo.
The inactives come out a little bit later. We'll do that when we return. The Lee Company countdown to kickoff. Outside gate 3, there are a lot of Chiefs fans waiting to get in the building right in front of us. And a little man in a Chris Jones jersey doing the 6-7 thing randomly. So we'll be here until 11 o'clock. We'd love to see you. The
6-7.
Look at him looking at you. He just pointed at you.
He said, yeah, you.
Lee Company countdown to kickoff. Lee Company, all you need. Visit them online, leecompany.com.
So dumb.
This is the Lee Company Countdown to Kickoff. Lee Company, all you need. Visit them online at leecompany.com. Available 24/7. Put Lee Company on your team to tackle your home's heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and electrical problems. Schedule online at leecompany.com. Lee Company, all you need. We went through the Chiefs in terms of the players we know are out. Titans have 3 players officially out. Wide receiver Bryce Oliver with a knee injury. Linebacker Cedric Gray with a concussion, which is unfortunate. He's 14 tackles away from Shire's Titans tackle record.
He was awesome in that Niners game. The defense didn't play well, but he was all over the place. He's done a really good job.
Are you guys noticing any?
They didn't play well in the passing game.
That's where I was going.
No.
Okay, you said defense didn't play well. They held him, Christian McCaffrey under.
Sure.
But the Pats, with all the injuries, they didn't have enough.
Well, and that's what the Niners do, right? If you take away Christian McCaffrey, here's George Kittle for 80-something yards. Here's Ricky Pearsall all over the place. Juwan Jennings in the end zone.
Yeah.
Tough to stop.
Yeah. But in terms of that, Cedric Gray, great against the run. No question about it. Are you seeing growth in his game in terms of pass coverage?
I think that just comes with experience.
Yeah.
There were times.
This is basically year one, right?
Yeah, because he didn't play very much besides special teams last year, pretty much. So, I thought he was going to be the guy, and he turned to be the guy. Now, I'm interested in watching James Williams today because when James came in there, he was hitting some holes really fast, overrunning some plays, but you could tell he's been waiting for this opportunity to showcase what he can do. So I think he'll be ready. And you know what? You may have 3 starting linebackers next year going into that. If he flashes these last couple games, I wouldn't be surprised because of his athleticism, his size, and speed. Now, we got to remember, this guy was a converted safety who's moved to linebacker, and he was right there with Cedric Gray. I like the pick of Cedric Gray because I thought he communicated much more from the middle linebacker than James Williams. James Williams just lined up at his spot and knew what he was going to do.
Right.
Where Cedric Gray was up a point telling other people what to do. He was right there with Cody Barton. Like, he was a veteran. So I love that because that's what it takes on defense.
So this is an opportunity for James Williams to learn that communication part of the game, right?
Mm-hmm. And we'll see if he'll do it, or maybe some guys just not built that way. They just say, hey, I do my job.
He sure as hell built it.
It's guys like that now.
I immediately thought some guys that you played with.
Right. I'm just doing my job.
He's built to smack the hell out of people.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, you see what he's done on special teams.
That's what I'm saying.
He's done a phenomenal job.
But to your point about over pursuit, eye discipline, right? Things that can get you beat.
He was like, "Oh, I'm hungry. I'm about to get him."
For sure, and love that, right? You need those dudes.
Play against you.
Yeah, they can get you out of position, and that's that's something that'll also they'll have to help around guys like Cedric Gray and James Williams and Cody Barton as they continue to fortify their defense in the upcoming offseason and things like that, because Cedric Gray does have some limitations. Tight ends have been a problem for the defense.
Running backs
so far this year, right? Running backs out of the backfield. So you like the approach that Cedric Gray has taken with this, and he's one of the few things this season that you could talk about, as we were mentioning Jeffrey earlier in the show, and Cedric Gray showing you something. At least that's one less thing on your list of offseason needs. We're at Christmas time, right? You got Santa's list of naughty and nice. You got the Titans offseason needs list for them to go shopping in the offseason. He's one less thing that you have to worry about moving forward.
Quick question. If James Williams starts his game and then he's enough where he flashes, they say,
right?
Yeah. And then next week, in the next 2 weeks, he plays and they say, let's go with the young guys. James Williams, Cedric Gray. Would you be thinking then Cody Barton could be on the naughty list?
As far as a release?
That's a good question. I don't know where he is contractually.
Yeah, so
because how have you thought of him this season after his signing of his play?
That he could be a better player if he had a better surroundings, like he was in Denver, right? Like that he's a solid enough player.
But didn't Barton flash more in training camp than he has in the regular season?
Yes, he flashed almost every day.
Well, listen, I mean, he was the only one between weeks 1 and week 12 that was getting interceptions. So he hasn't been. I wouldn't say he's been a complete wash.
No. But we just
so. What I'll say to your question though, Blaine, is they can get out from under his deal this year if they wanted to. It's a 3-year deal.
Gotcha.
They don't have depth. Like, it's not just like a top-end talent problem. Like, their problems are all over the place, right? Roster-wise.
This ain't the time to do it.
So I wouldn't say, you would have to be really, really confident in James Williams and Cedric Gray and also what you have behind them to say, yeah, I'm good on a Cody Barton. They can't be good on anything that's replacement-level starter right now,
Yeah.
The other player that's out, Femi Oladejo, he has been cleared to practice, but he's still out today.
Yeah, he's not officially off injured reserve. They have 21 days from the time that they open the window to bring him back. But it's him and Bryce Oliver, who is also somebody who's had just a hell of a time trying to come back from this knee injury.
Yeah.
He talked to him this week in the locker room. He said it was more than just one thing going on with his leg that they had to work. He wouldn't give us details.
Wow.
But I guess there were additional complications, kind of like Snead's thing last year, that knocked him out, and it took them a while to put him on injured reserve.
I tell you what, watching him in practice, I thought he would play this week. And I saw him do in and out movement. I was like, hey, man, he looks ready. So I was a little stunned. I think he probably was a little stunned himself. I think he kind of hit, I think I'm ready.
Yeah,
that's another guy you want to take a look at
because you want to see where the depth piece he can be on this team going into next season.
Especially trying to decide how high you're going to draft a guy in that position.
Yeah, there
right?
you go.
Guys who have been questionable, Gunnar Helm, feel pretty good about him.
Man. He broke the rookie record or something?
He passed Bo Scaife for the rookie tight end receptions record for the franchise.
Oh, okay.
Which again, it says how much these guys are playing, right? Like Cam Ward is getting ready to come up on a lot of Marcus Mariota's rookie passing records, but Cam is going to play a lot more games than Marcus did during his rookie season.
Oh, he did.
Some of the things, I mean, right now, the best thing that you can say about Cam Ward is that he's been hugely available despite being as sacked as he has been. I know there's some things about his game. Last week was the first game that he didn't get sacked, right?
And the previous week once.
Which was, it's a testament, frankly, to the offensive line. They're playing a lot better in the last couple of weeks. Would you like for it to have happened a hell of a lot sooner? Yes, but you'll take what you can get as you talk about things that you're going to have to move forward with. He's looked better, right? The offense has looked better. They run the ball better. They've taken more pressure off Cam. They lost to the Niners because the Niners just dummied them on defense. They got the one stop. It was Jeff's forced fumble, but every other possession San Francisco scored. You can't win a game like that. 24 points, though, in an NFL game is not something to turn your nose up at. And if you talked about the Titans scoring 24 on a regular basis,
on the road against a team like the 49ers,
you're at least giving yourself a chance to be in those games. He hits that ball to Van Jefferson, guys, in the first half.
Yep.
It's tied going into half, and then Sly misses from 50, and it's
they got no points out of that.
Stuff just rolls downhill at that point.
Speaking of Van Jefferson, he was full go yesterday too. He's listed as questionable.
Oh, that's right. He hurt his back. Yeah.
Yep.
It was a hell of a catch that he made.
Oh yeah.
Artie Key's dealing with an illness. Do you know anything about that?
He's sick of the coaching.
What? They did go at it publicly last week.
He does that like once a year, Arden. He did that when they switched over from the Vrabel Bowen staff to Callahan and Artie's like, oh, we weren't communicating as much. Yeah. Now we're
we
we're all buttoned
adjustments. Up. He said something similar.
Well, that's what he said. It's exactly right. I'm like, I personally, I'll tell you, I'm a little biased. I love Arden. He's just
a fun guy.
He's he makes a miserable season a little less miserable because he's a lighthearted kind of dude. But he did take out the coaching staff publicly in the locker room after the loss to the Niners, and they said. We asked Mike McCoy about it this week. We asked Denard Wilson about it this week. They said they'd addressed it. There's a certain way to handle those kind of things. Arden may not have handled it in the best way.
I did like how Denard Wilson started talking about missed tackles and things like that. when asked about
he's like, oh, yeah?
Adjustments.
Yeah, I mean, I thought Ard was just frustrated, and he probably didn't get any sacks. That was his old team.
Well,
by the way.
Sure. Trent Williams had his ass in the dirt the whole game. Come on.
So then he's looking back like we can't. He's thinking we never stopped them. We never stopped them.
Correct.
So do you understand, Arden? Who's back there? Third guys we just brought in here now. He's got to think about those things. There's two questions though. You guys made me think about these last couple conversations here, and one is. Cam Ward, I've seen, it made me go dig deep what people are saying on internet, for what it's worth, all right? His deep ball. I have no problem with his deep ball. But through my research, and it's like how we used to look at Mark Brunell would only throw the deep balls on the left side instead of the right side because he was left-handed. It looks like Cam Ward has some issues throwing the deep ball to the left side.
Across his body.
Across his body, exactly.
Which is the thing that they just like, he can do that, right?
Right, and I go, because he, in that same game, just a tougher throw, you could talk about getting hit or not, to Gunnar Helm.
Yeah.
Perfect throw.
Right, no doubt. So you say, he can make the throw. So I don't know if you guys have seen that. It's kind of something in the beginning of my research. I'm looking like that's what I'm seeing. Maybe it's just to the left on the deep throws. I'm not sure if that's only the case, but I'm going to go back and do some more. But so far, that's what I've seen through, probably 6 games of watching.
It's an excellent observation, Blaine. That's worth paying attention to.
Was on the left sideline.
Well, and in real time,
not as accurate. He's not missing every time, but just not as accurate.
There's a cut for sure. And listen, you can run the percentages on like throws of air yards, 20+ yards down the field. How many or how few? I guess how many more of the checkdowns of the things inside of 5 to 10 yards are you hitting versus the deep attempts that you take? Like what percentage of deep shots are you taking versus what you're actually connecting on? And I think that because it was such an egregious miss at the time that he missed it, Blaine, he got crushed for it in real time. Right. Internet reaction is always going to be a thing. And to be fair, I was like, listen, in real time from the press box, seeing it from the angle that I saw it at, you got to have that throw.
No doubt.
Because he just sails it. But something that Greg also brought up, and I'm sure he mentioned it on 3HL, or if he didn't, he brought it up this week on the podcast. He said you see Cam on that drop back as the pocket's getting condensed, step on Oli Udoh's foot as he tries to let that ball go, and it impacts how much he's actually able to step in to the throw. So on that specific, I'm not saying like generally as far as the deep shots go, there could have been additional things that impacted the throw that we're not necessarily privy to.
That's fun to watch.
Yeah. That's why I'm going to watch it, because he did get on the throw, but I still thought he should have been able to make it. I didn't go.
I agree. You got to make the throw.
All right, now you guys tell me if this is fair. Year 2 of Levis starting versus year 1 of Cam starting. Where do the stats stack up through 12 games?
I can run that
it's
for
kind
you.
Of very. It's somewhat close if I was guessing. So.
I think of a couple of things when you ask that question, not knowing the exact stats in front of me. Last 5 games, Cam 7 touchdowns, 1 interception. Are we seeing growth now?
Growth, gotcha.
Yeah. And the passer rating was, 101.4 or something? That was the best of his career. The thing about Levis that was destructive, that stands out first as being destructive maybe, are the plays that theoretically cost you games. That he made, the
back-breaking turnovers
in the Chicago game. He did that multiple times. I haven't felt like Cam Ward has cost him a game.
Right.
Well, I feel like he had a couple moments early.
Well, if he would have hit the Van Jefferson, you think they would have won the game? So he would have changed the perspective coming out.
They would have covered.
Well, I mean, the game completely changes though. San Francisco changes how they play too.
Right.
I still think Shanahan's getting them on defense no matter what.
Right, no doubt.
But it's just one of those situations where are you competing? Are you making enough plays to give yourself a chance at the end to win the game? Which is the thing. They're just getting their asses kicked for the first half of the season.
I brought this up because all the stat guys who are stat guys and only stat, guess what? You look at the stats, I bet you Levis's are better. See, but you're not actually watching the game in real live time. And you go, no, Cam Ward's the better quarterback. I'm telling you, it's going to look very close. And just for it to be close, and just think about how we would cave in and go after Levis.
Oh, sure.
And then now it's the same. I mean, we could say, one was second round, one was in his second year, but that was still his first start. See, so how do you say they're different? And I feel just like you guys, Cam Ward's the better player, and he's growing and getting better. But at the same time, the numbers say what they say.
Sure, and that's it is an argument. You can make the numbers support whatever argument you want to make, right?
To a certain extent. You talk about passing efficiency, touchdown to interception ratio, the ones that are really important. And then the critical moment plays. I think Cam Ward has way more clean than Will Levis.
Well, and I'll tell you, Blaine, we all should treat them with different standards. Cam Ward's the number 1 overall pick, for God's sakes. Like, you're coming in here to change the direction. Correct. So, that's kind of been my approach all year long, and I don't think people want to make they want to have hope about Cam Ward, so any level of criticism is going to be like, well, you just hate the guy. No, you can have a higher standard for the number 1 overall pick.
That's the same, though.
Because, hey, man, this is on you from the day that you get here to the last day that you play here. Right. This is on you to turn this thing around, whereas Levis, I know people don't look at it as a second-round pick as a flyer, but it's a less high risk. It's like Tyler Shuck. Is anybody looking at Tyler Shuck within the same context in New Orleans as we're talking about Cam Ward here? If Shuck works out, it's nice. It helps you. It can give you a little extra wiggle room financially to build a team around a guy who you think can give you enough. But it's completely different conversation.
It's interesting too when you think about those two guys. To me, it looks like the game slows down when Cam Ward's in big moments. For me, it looked like the game sped the hell up, like Autobahn level, when the game was in a big moment for Levis. That's kind of where I am there. But that's why I think, like, if Levis gets he will get a fresh start somewhere else. I think if he can control himself in those moments and just out of maturity, you get better at stuff like that, don't you think? Slow down?
I think so.
Then he can be a serviceable NFL quarterback and maybe pretty good.
I'm going to say this about Levis. I think his mindset wasn't a quarterback. If you go back and look at the history of who he is, he played freaking kind of running back in high school.
Oh, it's kind of like Dart.
See? And so Dart. So you can. It's trying to get that out of him because he wants that rushing. Oh, I can do it instead of the calm, cool, collective. I'm gonna make this happen. See, that's the part he couldn't conquer.
Well,
he has arm talent.
Oh no! Oh, his talent is up there with any. I mean, I put him against any first round guys. He has the arm talent, but quarterback is about the mental.
That's right.
Blaine,
that's how you defeat people.
I'll also tell you that I think that coaching matters in that kind of conversation too, because he's a chaos player. Okay, and like
that's the
it's just what it is. Okay, like that's just
the mindset.
That's a great way to describe it.
And it's fun to watch for a minute until
if he was safety, this would be great. If he was
if he's a linebacker,
this is great.
No, it's the exact reason why if you're somebody looking at the New York Giants opening right now, and you'd be like, okay, I think I got something in Dart, but he's been checked for concussions in half the games he's played.
They say, stop running, and he says, no, I'm going to keep running.
Which, by the way, that is a part of his game. If you watched him at Ole Miss, like, you're asking him to rewire his brain, which is what Levis said at the podium last year.
He said he couldn't slide.
Well, the hell he could. Or at least he wouldn't. Like, thank God Cam's got some baseball player in his background, right? Because it's a little more natural to see that. But, like, that's the thing that's a really tough proposition because Brian Callahan, I think he let Will Levis have too much leash as far as, like, how they handled him versus a Mike Vrabel who, hey, mother bleeper, like, if you go out there and if you put yourself in harm's way, like, kind of metaphorically grabbing you by the shoulders and shaking you a little bit and be like, fear of God, That's a different way to approach the coaching, even if it's not quarterback development in the traditional sense.
It's amazing a quarterback.
Some other roster movement. The Titans waived defensive tackle Shai Tuttle. They signed defensive tackle Cam Horsley from the practice squad to the active roster, and they activate cornerback Keemon Hall from the practice squad standard elevation. So those are a couple of things that are going on. Rookie wall, Blaine, you were talking about this before the show started. How real is that? How much are we going to see around the league with the rookie wall situation?
Well, I'm just wondering because I don't feel like the Titans. This is what made me think about this when I'm waking up this morning. Like, man, the rookie wall, nobody's even talking about that with the young guys who are actually playing. Yeah. And that is a real thing. Now, I don't know if it's because of strength and conditioning or just they come in much more prepared as far as their physicality. I don't know. You tell me. That's not even a conversation. Like when you're there, you're interviewing the guys. Why hasn't that been part of this narrative or conversation in the locker room?
Because they don't have a choice. There's nobody else to play. Where there's no Calvin Ridley coming to save you. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, Bryce Oliver is a non-factor.
Why hasn't Cam Ward hit a rookie wall? He started every game,
and he's getting better.
Right,
Blaine. I think that he may have it at like moments, right? Like the Jags game is a wall, right? But that's an individual moment in a game where he's having to work through some stuff. He's building. He's looking better, and then all of a sudden, progression not linear for any NFL player, but quarterbacks. So like they have no choice. The wall is there at different moments. It's happened to Alec Manor, right? Like as far as the production, when Calvin Ridley goes out and Alec's more of the guy and we're talking about him more, defenses are queuing on him more. Okay, Alec, go out there and try to beat you. No, you're still a fourth-round pick in your first year. There's going to be some difficulties. But didn't we say this about J.C.
Latham that the last 4 or 5 games it looked like he had hit a wall, and I don't know if that because he was playing through an injury or not. I think he had an ankle or something then, and then all of a sudden he started
the year
dipping.
a hip, yeah.
Yeah, No, I know. Started year this year, but I'm talking about last year when he was a rookie.
Yeah.
The last 6 games, he took dips.
Yeah.
I mean, so I didn't know, like, maybe that's not a thing anymore. Just because they're playing, I don't know. Or there's just so many different rookies, and you just don't see it. Like you're saying, it's just within games.
I think that the context of each individual season around them matters. And, like, Blaine, we understand that this year they got no choice but to play these guys. Like, is Jackson Slater the only rookie that hasn't played meaningful snaps so far this year out of the guys that were drafted and the UDFAs? Like, they've just been such a mess across the board, and out of necessity, these dudes have had to play that I almost want to say you want to give them a little extra grace as far as, like, I get it, boys. You know, you're just going to have to get out there and get it done. And if you have some moments where you dip, okay, we get it. Your expectation is still to perform. This is the standard in the National Football League. But, I mean, you almost have to say this is going to be such a valuable learning experience for you. To next year, you're expected to hit the ground running across the board because there's going to be another wave of these dudes that come in here. And just because it's your second year, Chimray DK or Gunnar Helm or Kevin Winston, the other guys behind you, they don't have time for you to not miss for you to miss a beat here. You just got to keep it going.
To Blaine's point too, these aren't like, positional rotational guys. They're high rep guys, like high snap count guys, and that would be the expectation to come into year 2 running, right?
It should be. Like, I'm not. If I'm a Titans fan, I'm not interested in lowering the bar anymore. Like, at some point, this thing's got to turn around. People are tired of waiting for it, and I know that's not like Cam Ward's fault or Mike Borgonzi's fault. They just got here, but it's fair for fans to have that pent-up frustration about this is 4 consecutive seasons with double-digit losses. That's unacceptable in the National Football League.
You guys mentioned J.C. Latham and maybe a step back in terms of his play this year, and he was dealing with that hip.
Yeah.
Every offseason, we hear from guys like Jeffrey Simmons came on the zone last year and talked about all the stuff he was playing through last year that we just didn't know about. And I wonder if J.C. Latham has been playing through that hip injury.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden we find out he's going to have some type of surgery with it the whole way.
Those are always the things that you hear about.
Do you feel bad then, Buck?
No.
If you're on the field, you're on the field, right, Mike? But how often did you play seasons where you were dealing with stuff that people just didn't know about? And it didn't matter. You're on the field.
This. Every season. No, I had 3 scopes in my knee off season. Right? So torn lateral meniscus. I'm playing through it the whole time.
Nobody
Not
knew
practicing, draining the knee. No. Oh, yeah. Oh, reconstructive shoulder surgery 3 times, all in the off season. Oh, it was hurt during the season. See, that's what I'm saying. So people, they don't care if you're out there. We want to see production. They want to be entertained. They want to see you do your job and do what you do best and play the sport. And so that's why I say that now. It's just like, man, I think it's a lot more people aware that these guys are playing injured and then what they go through. So I love for them, I know it's privacy, like, to come out with, like, guys having different surgeries. So people know, like, oh, dang, he was doing that?
That's why when you ask me, Blaine, does that make me feel bad? I'll tell you no, because if you don't want to tell me about it in the season, that's fine. Right. I understand. But we're asking you about this. Is this impacting your level of play?
But you got to think about why they're not telling you. They're not telling you because the opponent then knows.
Oh, of course. No, I understand it. But don't then ask me to be like, oh, big guy, after the fact. You know what I'm saying? That's just kind of that's tough for me to do.
Oh. It's not tough for me to do. If I was that way, I'd be like, dang, man, I didn't know you were going through all that. That's just real talk. Yeah, hey, but unfortunately, I didn't know, so oh well.
Yeah,
I'm not going to apologize for me saying
after the
what
fact.
I'm doing.
Like, if you tell me on the back end, then I can have that additional context. Right. But, like, in the season, no. I mean, the criticism is what it is.
Yeah. So what are they going to do at safety?
Well, they
ask Buck to come out there.
Is it me?
I mean, you're about the size of Winston.
They put. This is going to sound bad, but this is true.
I weigh as much as Derrick Henry, but that doesn't mean we're the same. You know what I'm saying?
They put 3 safeties down, and they had to deal with that. That sounds bad, I know, but that's true. They had to deal with that in game against San Francisco. They were talking about putting a corner at safety.
Yeah, I'd never seen anything like that before my career, before.
Isn't that crazy?
Well, I'm sure we weren't the only ones this week to ask Coach Mack about this, but Mack's been a positional coach. It's like, have you ever had, like, a single position group with that much attrition? He's like, no, I've never seen anything like that before. And, we know that Mack has had different stints as different kinds of coaches.
Yeah.
That's a really, really hard thing for them to have to do in game. I mean, all three of those dudes went on injured reserve. Winston, Xavier Woods, and Mike Brown.
So now you bring in guys that are new to the system that are going to have to play meaningful reps,
sure
right?
do.
Like, how hard is that, Blaine, to just come in and at safety and learn kind of scheme, and maybe more so, like, understand what people around you are doing?
Yeah, that's kind of, the hard part. You're going to figure out quickly what you need to do, but then trust in what you believe and what other people are supposed to do because you haven't had that familiarity. So to me, that ratchets up all the communication at practice for the walkthroughs, at the film meetings, individual meetings. So, those guys can have an opportunity to be successful because then that, helps you be successful and the team be successful. So, yeah, that's a tough deal there, man.
How does it does it affect Denard Wilson in terms of calling coverages?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I would imagine.
That's why I was thinking Arden Key wasn't thinking about the whole big picture. Like, you got – the coaches have, they have the iPad on the sidelines and everything else. Now they're making adjustments. Well, what are you going to do with guys you're not even trusting in they didn't even practice this. Like, man, they didn't get very many practice reps. Like 3 reps?
Yeah.
Were they paying attention in the meeting? I hope so.
So you do you get really basic on the back end?
Basic
and does
fundamentals.
Kansas City know that coming in?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. But sometimes making it simple, then guys play faster. It's really weird depending on the guy.
That's what they've said about their run game.
Yeah.
How they've tried to simplify a couple of things. And again, they wouldn't give us specifics we talked to the assistant coaches this week. They weren't going to give us specifics on
Talking about the run game on offense. Right?
For sure. And Ben Jones was talking a little bit about that this week on the show. But it's allowed them to play a better or be a better version of themselves.
I have a theory. I could be way off. You're covering them much closer than me. Why has the run game worked better since Bill Callahan's no longer here?
That's a great question.
He was the guru.
That's interesting.
Not here, bud.
Tony
Now
Pollard.
that he's been gone, all of a sudden, after the bye week, the running game started ratcheting up.
Tony Pollard, 161 career high, 65-yard touchdown career high against the Cleveland defense that came in with the #1 win rate on run defense in the NFL. And then against San Francisco had given up one 100-yard rusher all season, Travis Etienne, for Jacksonville. And Jacksonville's win against San Francisco, Tony Pollard goes for 104. So, yeah, what has been the difference?
Well, just to hear them talk about it, so when Bill Callahan resigned after his son got fired, you've got 2 assistant offensive line coaches and Matt Jones and Scott Fuchs, who are there to split the duties between how they coach in real time. And Luke Stocker, the tight ends coach, and all 3 of them are going to assist in the game planning, in the scheming, in helping Bo Hardigree understand, okay, this is what we think is going to give us our best chance to succeed in this particular matchup. It sounds like over the past couple of weeks, Luke Stocker has become more heavily involved in that direction. He's been the tight ends coach here, and obviously as a player here, Luke, that was a big part of his game as a blocking tight end, right? So that has at least, and again, not to, I don't know how to distribute the credit, right?
Right.
Versus coaches versus players, because the players are the ones actually out there executing, right? So they're getting their job done.
I'm just wondering if they changed some of the techniques or went back to their own style of their techniques. That's what I'm wondering is happening, because sometimes coaches can get outdated.
Yeah.
And then maybe those techniques aren't as good as they used to work in the league in the past.
Well, in the Cleveland game, they were going 6 offensive linemen quite a bit, right? And then Coach Mack talked about in San Francisco, they were double teaming on the interior.
Yeah.
And had success up the middle in that game.
So was that scheme system?
They're scheming things up differently week to week. And, I mean, to your point, it's noticeable.
Right. So it could be just timing, but I'm just wondering why all of a sudden it just started happening.
No, Blaine, it's not coincidence. I mean, that's no. I mean, seriously,
I didn't know.
I think. Well, we can get into that coming up next.
We can, and we'll talk about, Blaine, I want to ask you about just locker rooms and how they work when you are now out of the playoffs. The Chiefs had been to the playoffs 10 consecutive years.
Wow.
They lost last week and are out. So they lose their quarterback, they lose their season, and here we come. And I want to ask you about that. Also, take a look at the 3 games that happened yesterday and some of the implications that are going on. The divisional games that are coming up today as well. Huge game in Denver between the Jaguars, who have won 5 games in a row, and the Broncos, who have won 11 games in a row. That's coming up. Stay tuned. The Lee Company Countdown to Kickoff. Lee Company, all you need. SA Recycling. Today's broadcast brought to you in part by SA Recycling. SA Recycling reminds you to be a good fan this game day and look for recycle bins in and around Nissan Stadium.
Oh, no.
It is the Lee Company Countdown to Kickoff. Lee Company, all you need. Visit them online at leecompany.com with Blaine Bishop and Buck Rising. I'm Brent Doherty. We are here until 11 o'clock for you. Titans Radio will take over at that point, and we are broadcasting live from the very shady and windy and chilly Gate 3.
Unless you're in the
Outside
sun,
Gate 3.
it'll be all right.
The sun is great, and I see it right there.
Why does it, Kirby, why does it say it's 62 out here?
Ain't no 62.
I think it is faulty.
Blaine, like 12 feet
No,
from
the
you,
sun,
it feels great.
The sun is directly hitting the clock, so the sun is warmer than we are, or the clock is warmer than we are.
I think
Yes, that would
Kirby
be
tried to
accurate.
psych us out. He set the clock.
You guys were talking about the run game and the ability to run over the last couple of weeks,
Yeah.
and how much of a change and factor that brings to the quarterback, the rookie quarterback's game too. Coaching changes, part of this deal.
Yeah, I would say that the Bill Callahan criticism is fair, Blaine. Like it's not just circumstantial. I think there's a couple of things to take into consideration. They were, as an offense, trying to do a variety of different things under Brian Callahan and Bill Callahan. That's who's helping him, right? Like Bill Callahan's on a headset. To what involvement he has in the play calling, the actual calling of plays, I couldn't speak to with Bill versus Brian, who got the play calling situation taken away from him. How does that change Bill's role as they move forward? Bo Hardigree, right? It's a difficult thing to try and nail down.
Right.
And talking to Bo Hardigree this week about it, he kind of called it the tale of 3 seasons as they've worked their way through all the different things that they've had to adjust to offensively. So now that they get into a bit of a rhythm, right? Again, they're not having the ultimate success that they would like to have.
Yeah, winning games.
But they're still developing a relationship with Bo Hardigree and Cam to where, okay, we're fine-tuning some things in the offense that we know that you do well and that you're more comfortable with, and how can we put you in more of those positions, while at the same time running the ball better, getting better play out of the offensive line. Tony's been running hard all year long. Just now he's not getting contacted at or behind the line of scrimmage.
Right.
Helps the play-action game.
As often. And so while it's not still good enough to beat the Niners when the Niners put 37 on you,
Good team.
it's good enough for, to give yourself a chance to have 3 touchdowns in a game and to, compete at the NFL level.
I love all those things. So was it a philosophical change in that we're going to run the ball more than we have been because you relied on the quarterback
That's the point.
to
Yes.
win games? And
Yep.
now we're going to say it's a compliment to the quarterback and they work hand in hand.
Yes.
There's been a
That's what I'm
commitment.
getting. Yes.
There's been a commitment
It
to the
just
run game.
seems like they have committed.
Yes, I 100% agree with you, because Cam Ward is 4th in the league in dropbacks. He's a rookie.
Yeah,
That
and he's
can't
throwing,
be.
Yeah, he's throwing more than. And you always know you have to have a good running game. I didn't say great.
Yeah.
To complement a young quarterback, rookie quarterback, as well as you're supposed to have a really good defense too. By the way,
Because I noticed that in San Francisco, Blaine, they're down 3 scores. They're still running the football, but they're having success, right? They had, I think, 20 carries in this last game, but they were successful on 15 of them. Their success rate 75% on these running plays, so they're maximizing the efficiency of when they do run the football while not waving the white flag on the run game because we're behind by 3 scores. All right, Cam, let's go, bud. And it's not good for Cam Ward to play that way. It's a huge, honestly, it's the biggest, I think, to me, it's the biggest fair criticism of Brian Callahan is you said you weren't going to prioritize how you want to approach this thing schematically versus the players that you have on the roster. And I think that Brian Callahan said those things, and those were the right things to say, and then once he got into the situation, decided that he was going to try and play a certain way that was not sustainable for the roster that he had.
Gotcha.
I think that's the biggest criticism of him, the biggest reason why I would say, okay, you're not doing the right things for our situation moving forward. We're not seeing the growth that we require in those 6 weeks, and while Chad Brinker and Mike Borgonzi were good on the messaging on the front end of the season, patience over panic, right? It wasn't good enough for ownership. She decides that's going to be the point. And frankly, it's been the right decision for Cam Ward.
Yeah.
They have seen incremental improvement at a rate that I think is reasonable for a rookie.
Yes.
They look more like a 5.5 win, projected 5.5 win football
5-6
team than they did where they lost head-to-head to the Raiders, who are objectively the worst team in football right now.
To your point, I
don't
thought-
think it's close.
I thought Brian Callahan, he approached as though Cam Ward was a veteran quarterback. And already
an
had
interesting point.
experience in this league, and now you're going to hang your hat on the quarterback instead of making it a compliment to what you're running. So to me, he was just a little ahead of the ball there on trying to just give too much to Cam.
Agreed.
As far as just, trying to win games.
But that's how you ruin these guys. That's how you burn them out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Lee Company countdown to kickoff. Brett Doherty, Blaine Bishop, Buck Rising outside gate 3. Kansas City Chiefs, the entire kingdom just went in the building at 10 o'clock.
No, their dynasty's over. You said kingdom.
Apparently,
What are you going to point and laugh at them, Nana Boo Boo?
No, I said they act like they, still were a little cold. I'm like, hey man, it's nothing like Kansas City.
I hate that place.
Kansas City?
I hate that place.
They must not serve good food up there.
No, their food's fine. No. The press box is fine. The stadium's cool, but
it's elevated.
I've never. Yeah, it is. It's definitely elevated. So if you're drinking beforehand, you don't want to.
Why do you hate the place?
Oh, because you've never felt a cold like that anywhere. I would argue in America that though the 3 coldest games I think I've ever done. They may be the coldest games the Titans have ever played. Are playoff games at Kansas City. The suck-up games, the suck-up game, the Marcus Mariota, Darrelle Revis game, Chiefs legend Darrelle Revis.
Oh, my, stop this.
And then the AFC Championship game, it's -19 in the sun. I hate Kansas City.
This coming from a guy who sat in the press box for those last 2 games while I sat in the stands.
That's right.
Yeah. But where does that stack up on games you hate?
That was your cardboard,
You love those games, right? That was your favorite game to go to. You'll never forget it.
Yeah, I don't know what. I remember not knowing what to think when I saw Mariota throw a pass that came right back to him
himself.
and scored.
He threw it to yourself. It was great.
Like, wow.
I was there. That was fun.
But then they clinched the game, and Derrick Henry had a long run around the left edge, and he ran right by us. And to watch that guy run like that right in front of you is so cool. But yeah, it was fun. They taught us a trick though. The fans everybody was like breaking up cardboard beer boxes or whatever and taking them in, and they stand on them, and your feet aren't cold.
Because the concrete will freeze.
The concrete is cold.
Ah, wow.
But they take
Didn't
cardboard
know that. I
in.
may try that.
Yeah.
Well, so the Chiefs.
You're going to bring it to the.
I'm going to try that here, man. Kirby, get on top of it this last game.
Give me some cardboard, Kirby.
Yeah.
Stat.
I saw Kirby use some cardboard in Minneapolis one time to try to sled down an ice mountain that they had plowed the parking lot into mountains. And he gets to the top and falls off the back of it.
That was 20 years ago, Kirby.
No, that sounds like a last week Kirby.
But here's the thing with the Chiefs fans. There are tons of Chiefs fans here.
Yes.
Tons of them.
Yeah.
Is it because they had already bought the tickets and couldn't get refunds when they fell out of the playoffs last week?
And I mean, I
think it's just they wanted to visit Nashville. They already had it on the docket. It was no matter if Mahomes.
I think there's probably a lot of that.
Well, but Blaine also and this is why it's so important to. I mean, beyond the obvious, it's important to win games. Mm-hmm. Chiefs are a fad team. They're a very popular team, nationwide. They've been winning for a long, long time. You've got fans everywhere, so maybe they're not all from Kansas City, right?
I think
maybe
some of them are from here.
Oh, no, for sure. Brother, I mean, what would you rather root for over the course of the last couple of years?
Well, in a serious...
I don't blame them.
In a serious bit of element discussion of them not making the playoffs for the first time in 10 years, what does that do to a locker room? When you play that next game, when you've got literally nothing on the line season-wise.
I'm going to say this. Now guys are looking for that extra edge and motivation. What's in your contract for incentives? Good example is Travis Kelce. If he gets to 1,000, I think he's 200 yards from that.
203.
Yep. Yeah. Then guess what? I'm sure he gets a nice little bump with that little incentive. So those are the little things that the veteran guys, and this is why some organizations take those veteran guys out. Because they don't want to give it to him.
Yeah.
Right. You're not going to be here next year. Kelsey's situation, he's retiring probably. So, yeah, that's what happens. So you got to find different motivation. The motivation for the backup guys is to prove that they belong. Can they be starters? Can they get a contract? They know all this. So every veteran in there has some motivation in some form or fashion. If not, this could be your last game, regardless, starting or not. The league does not forgive.
Sure.
I mean, man, you better be motivated. It better be in your DNA, to be honest.
Well,
it has to be.
And then
you better find it.
You watch the injury list too. Like there are 8 players out for the Chiefs today. You know what I mean? Like you start to watch those things
Meaningful players
as well. Yeah.
And some organizations say, "Hey, he's been nicked up playing for this the whole time. Let's just sit him now. He's been a true trooper. We know he's going to be healthy going into the next season. Let's sit him down. Watch this." Get his surgery that he needs, a little scope. That's cosmetic in the NFL world. Just a little
to
scope.
make sure he's ready.
Right.
Just a little scope.
A little scope. Meanwhile, 6 to 8 weeks of, hey, man, I got to get my knee back right.
Well, and Kansas City moving forward.
crazy.
Now you've got Patrick Mahomes with the torn ACL and LCL trying to get back for the start of the season, right? You've got a lot of free agents that are up on that Chiefs roster. And they're on the wrong side of the salary cap as we sit here right now.
Oh, but also Gardner Minshew, since he's the one going to be playing, motivation, I'm sure he has a 1-year deal to show that he can sign back with them and carry them in case Mahomes is not ready when the season starts.
That dude just loves ball. Like, I love
Hey, I would. Minshew was one
He's
of
something.
he was like Ryan Fitzpatrick. He's one of those guys you don't want to play against.
No.
You gonna get hot and cold, but boy, his hot is you outside the pocket. Improv. Oh man, he's a guy you don't want to play with. And he, by the way, he 4-2 versus the Titans.
That is correct.
2-2.
Oh, 2-2.
Oh, I thought he was 4-2.
No, I think it's 2-2.
I will
And
find
his
out.
different stops along the way.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I looked at
I
that
thought he had a
incorrectly.
winning
He's
record.
played a
I went
lot
to-
against the Titans.
Yeah.
Well, one thing I've heard about Minshew, just word around the campfire, is he will throw you the ball on defense.
Oh yeah,
Yes, he
he's
sure
hot and
will.
cold. Hot and cold. Yeah. I used to call Fitzpatrick Pick Patrick. When he started off with picks, it's not going to be a good day.
Ryan was interesting because
But
he
when
would
he had
play.
a good day, oh my gosh, he looked like, he's our dude.
He would play well enough to get like that next year deal, like you're talking about with Minshew, and then he would fall off the face of the earth, and you're like, "What in the world is going on?"
I was like, how does this happen, man? Come on, man. Harvard
I
degree
remember
didn't help him.
I remember you expressing concern with him that he overthinks things in the pocket.
Well,
and there are guys from like Ivy League schools, for example,
that's
that
exactly what I said.
there's a Harvard quarterback in the transfer portal, as a matter of fact.
Is it? Yeah.
But that they could, like, just from a personality type standpoint, could overthink things in the pocket.
And that's not beneficial as an athlete.
Right, coaches don't want the guy that's asking the why.
Yeah, all the time.
Just do it.
All the time, yeah.
Do what I
Now,
tell you to
sometimes
do.
the quarterback is okay, but I think that's probably some of the issues. I had different guys. Actually, it works for you good if you're a coach.
All right, Gardner Minshew is 4-2.
Oh, I got it right. I got a stat over you, Brent.
He's
Bang.
beaten them twice.
As a starter?
Twice, yes.
Said, he's still trying to make sure.
He has beaten the Titans
I don't like
twice
being wrong, Blake.
as a Colt.
No, I know. I've never.
He has
get
beaten the
stats right.
Titans once as an Eagle. He has beaten the he got credit for a win in that. That was that A.J. Brown revenge ass-kicking game. Jalen Hurts, I don't know why he gets credit for a win in that, but he did play snaps
Oh, so he wasn't the starter
in that game. He wasn't the starter. No. This is fair. This is fair.
This is fair. Yeah, no doubt.
He's got 2
I feel
losses.
like we're like counting Chads like at an election.
Yeah,
It's just funny how many different teams he's beaten the Titans on because he's done it with the Jags, the Colts, and technically the Eagles.
Gardner Minshew, man.
So what is his record?
Minshew mania.
As a starter, he is 3-2.
Oh,
There we
you
go.
went
We
off.
split the
Right in the
difference.
middle, right?
I mean, I'm famously 50% right on the things I say.
That's okay. It's not like we're in broadcast or anything.
Hey, that's-
Into a microphone.
in my world, that's pretty good.
That is. All right, let's take a quick break. The Lee Company Countdown to Kickoff. We'll talk
that's
about
what Kirby told me.
the games that took place yesterday, talk about the divisional matchups today. This is the Lee Company Countdown to Kickoff. Lee Company, all you need. Visit them online at leecompany.com. Brent Doherty, Blaine Bishop, Buck Rising, broadcasting live outside of Gate 3. We'll be here until 11 o'clock.
Tighten up.
104.5 The Zone. This is the Lee Company Countdown to Kickoff. Lee Company, all you need. Visit them online at leecompany.com with Blaine Bishop and Buck Rising. I am Brent Doherty. It is the Titans and the Chiefs today at noon at Nissan Stadium. According to Kirby's clock, it is 73.7 degrees.
I tell you, it's rigged. Meanwhile, my toes are frozen.
Yes, and Blaine has gloves on and hot hands.
And earmuffs.
At 73.7 degrees, according to Kirby.
It's not 73 degrees.
Yeah.
Can't confirm.
I cannot trust Kirby.
The Titans are a 3-point underdog today. That line is holding steady right now.
Mm-hmm. But on a joking note,
it is officially 51 degrees.
51. Okay. On a joking note, talk a little bit, Buck, about these hand warmers Kirby has. These electrical, shocking.
So for the audience, Kirby Allen Kirby is the one who gets us on the air when we do these things.
Usually.
Usually.
Usually. All technical difficulties are on Kirby.
Given the volume that Kirby has to do this, he's got a pretty good hit rate.
Yeah.
But he's Kirby's out here in the elements with us, and so he has these hand warmers, but they are digital hand warmers that his niece got him for Christmas. They're electric, like they charge.
Yeah.
So I said, Kirby.
No, Kirby, that's going to burn through your skin.
That's what I'm saying.
Man.
Like, isn't that going to, like,
I know you.
What kind of gamma rays?
Yeah, he hands it to me. I said, I want no parts of that, even with gloves on.
You're going to talk about radiation exposure or something like that.
He has one of these by hand.
Yeah, like, wasn't that a thing with, like, some kind of phone for a period of time? They'd, like, blow up or something like that? Like, they'd catch on fire?
I don't know, but look at these gloves I have.
Those are
You just push that little button.
Ooh.
See that red color?
It's heated gloves? I love those.
I'll trust that much more.
Yeah.
That's like seat warmers, hand warmers.
Listen, we've been around Kirby at Toy Field where he got too close to the gigantic heater and it burned through his pants and it smelled like flesh. Burning flesh for
like
the rest
barbecue.
of the day.
Yeah. Kirby's already got a little of a burnt tinge to him anyway.
We start
seeing
seeing
like a cigarette.
jump up and down, and his jacket there starts getting inflamed.
Inflamed.
Don't worry, Kirby. One of us will put you out. I don't know who it'll be, but one of us will.
Just
watch this. Don't run this way.
Yeah.
we already
find out who your friends are real quick.
That reminds me. Remember Greystone when Kirby blew? There was this big ball. He goes under the table to do something. This big ball of fire comes up. Blaine screams like a little girl.
I did. That's why I don't trust these hand warmers he has. Like, dude,
if you had to,
and burnt me at the same time.
Pick one of the four of us who probably.
I know. He said, I was like, oh my God, what's going on?
And then for like a couple seconds, you're wondering if Kirby's dead under there.
Oh man.
Well, he's like a cockroach. You can't kill him. He's going to be around for 100 years. Many have tried.
Oh man.
Dawn among them.
What? What happened?
No.
I missed that story, man.
Dawn and Kirby will go at it.
Just a little dust up every
Usually it happens
if
That's always healthy.
If they're together for an extended period of time, like at a Super Bowl radio row thing,
yes.
That's where she'll get him.
Sure.
3 games in the book so far this week. The Seahawks slipped past the Rams 38-37 in overtime, moving into position for the top seed in the NFC. Seattle also clinched a playoff spot. They trailed by 16 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Loved that Mike McDonald made the decision to go for 2 in the win in overtime after Darnold hit JSN, who's a pretty good player, for a touchdown, pulling the Seahawks within 1.
You're right.
He had 150 against the Titans at half or something. Crazy. I was like, they need to double him before the game. No double. What are we doing?
Living. Just vibes, baby.
Livin.
All right. Well, no, before you go any further on what else happened in the game, please explain to my ding dong self this throw behind, lateral fumble, tip forward. I learn a new rule every year. I'm like, what?
Listen,
that was
that
so
is an
close.
Incomplete pass. I didn't understand it. Explain it to me.
Looked like the Music City Miracle.
I couldn't possibly, but the refs apparently didn't give Sean McVay an explanation. Yeah. I saw his post-game comments, like he said, because it happened so fast at the end of the game, he never got at least by the time he got to the press conference. I'm sure the Rams submitted it after the fact, and I haven't followed up on it since. But just seeing Sean McVay in the post-game press conference be like, I don't know what happened, man.
Well, set it up. What happened was he threw backwards, is what they're saying, but a D lineman hit it forward unintentionally. And then they're saying now that's a live ball. And I think the Seahawks safety, Kobe Bryant, was trying to dive for it. I don't know if he knew it was still a live ball. And then the receiver, what receiver was, I forget who it was for the Seahawks, just picked the ball up in the end zone just to give it to the referee. And so now it was, a touchdown or a 2-point conversion.
Considered a successful play.
Yeah. I was like, what the?
You couldn't recreate that situation 100 times if you tried. It was one of the most ridiculous moments of officiating. And listen, I guess by letter of the law, that it wasn't
goes backwards
an incorrect call. So it's tough to get mad at the officials. But if I'm McVay, I'm like, hey man, what the hell just happened here?
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Because the implications of that game are huge. And as were the Packers and the Bears yesterday,
which we'll get to in a minute.
NFC is crazy right now.
Rams quarterback Matthew Stafford yesterday, 457 through the air with 3 touchdowns.
457. And lost.
And he did the no-looker, too.
That was a sick touchdown.
Oh, my gosh.
That dude.
I could only dream. I mean, no look. Oh, my.
I'm sure you guys have, too, but I've talked to people in the league that say he has the best arm talent.
Yeah, he does, yeah. Still today. You just got to make sure to keep his back healthy. But wear a back blaster.
But you know how many think about this.
That's what I did.
Now hold on a minute.
I'm not a
Ross, if you could give me the number of times that Cam Ward's been sacked at some point while we're talking about this.
48.
Is it's
I don't know.
But it's probably close.
51.
Do you know how many times? Take a guess how many times Matt Stafford's been sacked this year. Do you know?
No.
I have no idea.
19.
Wow.
19.
Yeah.
Is how many times, if you keep that dude clean, he'll kill you.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it was Cam. Cam has to be north of 40.
49
at this point in time. 49, Blaine.
Oh, hey, you're right there.
I said 48,
you
51.
You said 48. Oh, God almighty.
Dang, Kirby.
And think about this. 49, and he's only been sacked once in the last 2 weeks.
That's what I'm saying. Think about that. Bludgeoned.
He probably wakes up like, oh, man, I feel so much better.
He was asked how it went for him last year. He's like, it went great for me.
Hey, I didn't hit the ground.
I think he only got hit like 3 times in the game.
Yeah, that's what that running game will do for you.
It makes a world of difference.
Saturday, Philadelphia won in Washington to get to 10-5. They clinched the NFC East despite lots of drama. The A.J. Brown situation, the Jalen, people calling for Jalen Hurts to get benched. They've won 2 in a row since all that happened. Hurts was 22 of 30, 185 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. He ran for 40 yards as well. Saquon Barkley, 132 on the ground with a touchdown. Eagles have won 2 in a row after dropping 3 straight. After a 12-5 season with a run to the NFC Championship game last year, Washington is 4-11 this year.
We got a Blaine Bishop jersey in the house. Always good to see.
It's not just the Blaine Bishop jersey.
It's the red one. I dreamed
Bishop
that
jersey.
we would play in. No doubt.
That's
man.
sick.
Bro. Thank you. I'm his favorite player. Man, there's still one guy out there. Yeah. I made you a believer, right? Yeah, no doubt. Us short guys, man.
He said we were the same size at one point.
At one point. But to your point about the Eagles, who have they beaten? They beat the Commanders yesterday with Marcus got hurt. He got
That's a great point.
Evaluated for a concussion and then ruled out with a hand injury. Do you know Josh Johnson is still playing quarterback in the NFL?
18th year.
He's 39. That's outrageous. He's outrageous. Anyway,
Phillip Rivers is 44.
Watch this. I'm not gonna degrade what he's actually
and he's on
accomplished.
Monday Night Football.
But he actually wasn't ever a starter.
Yeah, okay, but he's still 39, Blaine. Like that's to his credit.
I know.
To his credit. Like I'm not mad at him.
He started some games, but he hasn't been.
Hell, I saw him almost beat the Titans his last stint with the Commanders and Adrian Peterson. I swear to God.
Stop it.
But so the Eagles have beaten the Raiders, who are awful. Just awful.
They have a soft schedule? No.
And, these last 2, right? Because Brent pointed out that they had lost 3 straight, and they've won 2 in a row since then. They've beaten a Commanders team that has nobody left, and the Raiders, who are horrendous. So Philadelphia, paper tiger right now, honestly. Like in the landscape of the NFC, you don't feel great about that.
Watch this. Philadelphia media would call you, Buck, a paper tiger.
That's probably true.
Woo, they are vultures out there.
That is 100% true.
They bringing that heat and that smoke every day. It was like, hey, do y'all know somebody in the locker room? How do you know this information?
Yeah.
But somebody's leaking something.
Correct.
Well, I mentioned
Trying to keep them off your back.
the drastic difference in season year to year for Washington, 12-5 with the run to the NFC Championship game last year, 4-11 this year. Quarterback injuries, all those things.
Yeah.
But the Bears have gone the other way. The Bears slid past the Packers in overtime, 22-16. It was a 46-yard touchdown pass from Caleb Williams to DJ Moore for the walk-off game winner. The Bears are 11-4, have a game-and-a-half lead over the Packers. Chicago hasn't won the division since 2018. They went 12-4 that year with Mitch Trubisky at quarterback. They lost 16-15 to the Eagles in the wild-card game. Chicago was 5-12 last year, fired the coach, Ben Johnson, in year one, now 11-4. You can make that jump.
Oh, I know. That's why this head coach hire will be huge.
Huge.
Correct. And Malik Willis played really well in the game.
9 of 11
until he got hit upside his head.
He
got dumped on his head. I mean,
so did Jordan Love. Jordan Love got hit, smacked in the dome.
I didn't see that live, but they showed a replay. It was
he got crunched, and so Malik gets hurt late in the game. We'll see what happens with Jordan Love. The Packers. I mean, honestly, to Malik Willis's credit and Matt LaFleur, I know there's advantages when you come in with a completely different style of quarterback, Blaine. I'm sure it's really difficult to have to adjust because Malik is going to be utilized in the ground game way more than Love is. So it puts the defense, if you're the Bears, in a much more difficult situation than maybe Malik's skill beyond. And he made great plays in the game to Malik's credit.
Well, I think Malik Willis
keeps
has
you on your toes a little
advanced
bit
compared
more.
to the last time he was
for
here.
Sure, without
and
question.
He kept going on the uptick. And he still continued that. So you got a hats off to him, man.
Happy for him.
Yeah, no doubt about it. What a great dude, great human being, man, by the way, too.
Yeah.
So good to see him have some success, man. I think some people may believe that he could, maybe I'm wrong, but, you just never know. He's may get in the right situation one time and then plays like 6 consecutive games or so. Some people are going to start believing that he can play, he can be a starter.
He's in a contract year.
Yeah.
He's in a unique situation. But to your point, Brett, about the way that game was won in overtime, Caleb Williams was sick. I mean,
he was on fire.
Some of the throws that this dude is making were unbelievable.
Well, and that's an interesting situation because that's what we're going to be looking at next year with Cam Moore, with a new coach and a new offensive system. And Caleb Williams has flourished.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And Ben Johnson doesn't seem to struggle with the idea of being CEO and play caller, right? The whole thing that Callahan really had a hard time with.
Well, because he was a play caller.
Yes, it matters.
He was.
Turns out it matters.
So do you go, Matt?
You play video games and figure out if you could call plays? Like this, they act like that was easy. I'm like, hey, man, I don't know, man. You got it's a skill to that.
Turns out it wasn't. Didn't go well.
We'll get to the Titans coaching search here in a second. But divisional games today, the 10-4 Jaguars play the 12-2 Broncos in Denver. Both teams lead their divisions. Denver a 3.5-point favorite in that game. Jaguars have won 5 in a row. The Broncos have won 11 straight after the 1-2 start. It is their longest win streak since 2012. Jacksonville, over the last 7 games, 32.9 points per game since their bye. The Jags would be 11-5 with a win and have a 1-game lead in the division with 2 to go at Indy and at home against the Titans. Houston, the reason why I say that, will blast the Raiders today at 3:25. Texans are a 14.5-point favorite. Houston then plays the Chargers on the road, and then they host the Indianapolis Colts.
That's got to be the biggest line of the year, 14.5. That's bigger than the 2 Titans.
It's up there.
Spreads this year. Wow. Blaine, if you were still playing, which quarterback would you rather face, Bo Nix or Trevor Lawrence, with the way that they're playing right now?
Oh, that's a good question.
Just because I've seen him more, Trevor Lawrence.
Okay.
I want to go with the comfortability of knowing the guy. Not if the guy is better than the other, like if Bo Nix was, better or worse.
Sure.
It's familiarity.
Okay.
I want to know who I'm playing and what their limitations are, because all of them have some weaknesses. So, yeah, I would say Trevor Lawrence because I watched him so much more.
Sure, and that matters. This isn't a divisional game. It's a conference game. But if you're Denver's defense, because the Jags have gone 5-0 in these last 5 weeks.
They're hot.
And their offense looks totally different with Jacoby Myers, who they traded for at the deadline. They look so much better. They give him a 3-year, $60 million deal this week because he's allowed for Brian Thomas Jr. to be not have to be a number one. It felt like they were trending away from him towards Travis Hunter before the injury happened in Jacksonville this year, so it's allowed that offense to be more balanced. Now they're also beating up on the Raiders, and they played the Jets last week. Trevor Lawrence had 5 touchdowns against the Jets. The Jets defense does not have a single interception. We are in week 16.
Wow. That's why they fired the DC, huh?
I
guess he goes out there and plays.
That guy's just like, all right, fine.
Steve Wilkes or somebody, something like that.
Wilkes?
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Is it really?
I think it is.
It was Steve Wilkes that got fired.
Ross.
Ross in our ear just said yes. Well, that's a shame.
He's like, what?
That sucks. I mean, you give up 48, you're just kind of like, all right, guys, maybe you don't have to get fired. Maybe you just don't show up to work that day. You're just like, all right, boys, my bad.
Man.
The other divisional team in action this weekend, actually Monday night, the 8-6 Colts host the 10-4 49ers. On Monday Night Football, Indianapolis has lost 4 games in a row after the 8-2 start. 44-year-old grandfather Phillip Rivers is the quarterback for the Colts. San Francisco is favored by 5.5. Rivers became the oldest quarterback to ever throw a touchdown pass in a game last weekend.
Wow, that's pretty cool, man. I mean, listen to all these different games. It made me think, if they're the Broncos versus the Rams in the Super Bowl, is that a matchup the NFL wants?
Hell yeah. That would be awesome.
You could get it, for sure.
Why do you say, is that the matchup that the NFL wants, though? Why the context of that?
Matthew Stafford is a star, but not like someone who's they're always talking about.
He might be the MVP this year, though.
No, I know he's going to be the MVP or probably in the conversation, but it's just like the star power. I can't hardly name any of their defensive players.
You can name Kobe Turner. I mean,
Kobe Turner,
defensive lineman.
Most people would not know who.
That's what I'm getting at. The general fan, is not going to know besides Matthew Stafford. Now Puka Nacua, okay, right? And then I saw all the stuff.
The non-football fan people know who he is.
There's certainly a certain segment of the population who knows who he is after this week.
Why? I couldn't believe
because he's an idiot.
I couldn't believe he was like that. I didn't picture him like that.
It was a moment of ignorance, and you'll grant him one, but like straighten up a little bit.
It made me like, I don't know if I like Puka Nacua.
Based on some of the response, especially based on his tweet after the game where he's alluding that the officials are just doing and making calls for attention, and then tweets about it after the game with that controversial 2-point conversion. Get out of here with Puka Nacua right now, except for the football players.
Yeah. What I was saying, with those two teams, there really are true teams.
Yeah.
They are true teams.
Yeah. But I think, Blaine, the way that I would answer that question is the Super Bowl is not for, the people that would know, like the average NFL fan. It's just for everybody, right? So you just want a good football game. You want the best 2 teams to give. You want a close game throughout. Rams, Broncos would probably give you that result.
That's my prediction here.
Titans have won the last 2 games over the Chiefs in Nashville. Kansas City has not won here since 2013.
We own them, Buck.
The Titans, and listen,
we own the Chiefs.
You better
shut up.
We own them. They were in the Super Bowl and won, and we beat them.
This might be the weirdest stat I will throw at y'all today. But in the last 7 games between the Titans and the Chiefs, the Titans are 5-2.
Oh, Jesus.
Thank you, Mayor. I'm glad I had to bring it up.
How unexpected is that?
And whether Mahomes or without, I still would have picked them to win.
Okay, but what are the 2 games? What are the 2 games that they've lost? What is the
AFC Championship game?
Yeah, correct. To go to the Super Bowl. So let's not get nuts. As somebody
let's not get nuts.
Indiana basketball may beat Kentucky in the regular season. You see them in a tournament. It's a different story. Okay, like that's just.
I'm just saying that's an unexpected stat.
All right, I'll give you
that. The Titans are 5-2 in the last 7 against the Chiefs.
That is a real thing.
Yes, I'm happy for you.
Right.
Chiefs congratulations on your regular season win.
Chiefs offense.
That support there that you do.
I got you.
Chiefs offense, which changes dramatically with Patrick Mahomes obviously gone. But Chiefs offense against the Titans defense. Run game. Chiefs offense ranked 20th in the NFL. Titans run defense ranked 20th in the NFL.
It didn't feel like that, though. The run game?
Isaiah Pacheco's last 3 games, 23 carries, 47 yards, and 0 touchdowns.
That's been bad.
His best game was 58 yards this year. Kareem Hunt had 104 against Indy in their only win in their last 6 games.
Kareem Hunt.
Kansas City's dropped 5 out of 6. There's another part of that deal.
No, but I mean, think about what we're talking about just in terms of Cam Ward. Just because Patrick Mahomes is awesome, and obviously he's not playing in today's game, but Gardner Minshew needs the support of the run game. Patrick Mahomes needs the support of the run game. Sam Darnold, Matt Stafford need the support of the run game.
Trevor Lawrence?
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, to have that balance on offense so your quarterback has some margin for error, you just can't expect him to go out there and do the thing because he is maybe one of the best or one of the he's not the most accomplished, but you understand like where Mahomes is, you get away with it for so long, and then the wear and tear of how much more football you're playing in the postseason catches up to you than everybody else when you've been in the playoffs as long as you have. It's just, at a certain point it was going to come to an end, and this has been the year for them. So I think as far as that goes, it will be curious to see how Kansas City approaches this, how Andy Reid approaches it.
Yeah, and that's what makes me nervous. We lost McNabb. We had A.J. Thiele and Ty Detmer start multiple games during that season. And we actually looked really, really good because he schemed up some things that kind of put some restrictions around what he could do, and he kind of honed in. I don't know if he's still there, but we looked as a team. Everybody kind of rose up, and Minshew is kind of that guy like that. It's just about the hot and the cold, as we mentioned earlier in the show. So, man, I'm curious how this plays out. I would not doubt they come out look a little bit different. Sharp passing games, Minshew off-schedule type throws, running around, making plays, and getting Kelsey involved.
So the obvious thing for me looking at it would be Titans need to limit the run game with Minshew in at quarterback.
Yeah.
Having said that, Andy Reid knows that, and maybe he does throw the ball a little bit more.
He believes in sharp passing game is just as good as the run.
Yeah.
And that's that West Coast background.
Real quick, Chiefs offense ranked 5th in the NFL. Obviously, that's different now. Titans defense, their pass game D ranked 25th in the NFL.
Ooh.
Overall, Chiefs offense number 7 in the league. Titans defense number 27 in the league. Scoring, Chiefs offense tied for 15th in the NFL. Titans defense scoring tied for, they are 28th. Titans offense run game 30, pass game 31, overall 31, scoring 28. Chiefs defense, they're number 7 in the NFL against the run. They're number 14 against the pass. They're number 8 overall, and they're number 5 in scoring defense, the Chiefs.
Well, what number has thrown you off there, Blaine?
We're total offense, we're past 31 and overall 31.
Overall.
Brother, you were 32 for the longest.
That's right.
I'm just saying, do you feel like that's what it looks like?
Not in the last couple of weeks. No. Not in the last couple of weeks. I thought he played. Just speaking of the passing game as a whole, and obviously Cam is an important part of that. I thought that they were fine. Like in a game where the defense could have gotten a stop that wasn't Jeff's forced fumble on a call they never get. Right, that forward pass is a fumble, and it went in their favor. It never goes in their favor. So that's the one defensive stop in that game that they get. San Francisco scored on every other possession. So you're in a situation where 24 should be enough in an average NFL game, but their defense with the safeties, as we talked about, 3 of them getting hurt, going on injured reserve. They brought in 3 new players this week. You're going to have to throw somebody else out there that hasn't, gotten a ton of time here. If you're Kansas City, today might be a get-right opportunity. If you're the Titans defense, hey, show you got a little more to you, despite the injuries. Because I know that the next man up effect is extreme here, especially in the secondary right now, but you're still expected to perform, Blaine. You're playing for tape. You're playing for future opportunities.
No doubt. Do you know how to pronounce the one safety's name?
Sanusi?
Oh, Sanusi.
How about that?
Oh.
How about that? I knew one of you was going to ask me.
You thought it was going to be Brent, so you lost that.
You are the show linguist.
I've got none of these right, but I say them confidently, so I think I make people think that I know what I'm talking about.
When we come back, let's talk
trick.
about the coaching search and some of the names that Diana Rossini threw out over the course of the weekend. This is the Lee Company Countdown to Kickoff. Brent Doherty, Blaine Bishop, Buck Rising, broadcasting live outside Gate 3 at Nissan Stadium until 11 o'clock. Titans Radio takes over at that point. We'll be right back.
Good.
This is the Lee Company Countdown to Kickoff. Lee Company, all you need. Visit them online at leecompany.com with Blaine Bishop and Buck Rising. I'm Brent Doherty. It is the Titans and the Chiefs today at noon here at Nissan Stadium. Kansas City, a 3-point favorite in this football game. You mentioned Kelsey needs 203 to get to 1,000 yards. Another guy to watch today, Pollard. Tony Pollard needs 153 on the ground to get to 1,000 for him.
Prediction, will he make it?
No, not today.
No, not today.
By season's end?
Yeah.
Because remember last year, it was
last
the
week.
last game too, wasn't it? Or the game before the last?
It was towards the end for sure.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly. But, yeah, I mean, he got there.
Considering how slow he started.
Yeah, listen.
I would think this was even on the table.
They were the worst rushing attack in football for the vast majority of the season. So for them to be able to turn it on and for him to be able to get there and set career highs along the way, listen, Tony's been a good soldier the whole way through. He runs hard. He works hard. You don't question Tony Pollard's effort there.
No doubt.
Your friend, Diana Rossini, with a column over the weekend talking about potential Titans coaches. Chiefs offensive coordinator Matt Nagy is viewed internally as a serious candidate. She writes, Nagy will be in Nashville today, obviously, with Kansas City, but NFL rules state that there cannot be any job discussions. Another offensive coordinator that does not call plays. There is a relationship. He has called plays in the past.
Yes.
I do want to make that point. But where are we with Matt Nagy, do you think?
Oh, I love that idea. He's been a head coach before.
Former head coach of the Bears, right?
That's right.
Been a coach of the year.
And that was a wild situation.
And got it done with Mitch Trubisky. And I know Mitch Trubisky had a ceiling. So there's a couple of different things here because I think Titans fans were like, what the hell? Where's Mike McCarthy? Where's Robert Saleh? Because neither of those two have really been mentioned and aren't being heavily discussed right now. Doesn't mean that they won't interview them.
Right.
But at this point in time, I don't think those are high priorities on their list. Just having conversations because I was out in San Francisco last week and just kind of talking to people about Saleh, and there's reasons to believe that he will have an opportunity to become a head coach again, but where is the right fit for Robert Saleh based on some of the things that he does versus another coaching candidate? Matt Nagy fits all of the qualifications that I think a Titans fan should want in their next head coach. He's got an offensive background. He's been around Patrick Mahomes, who your guy gets a lot of comparisons to as far as the style of play and the skill set that he brings. He has a relationship with the general manager who has a relationship with Chad Brinker. And this is a place that has very difficult office politics. You got to be able to have somebody that's got your back, okay? It's been a problem here to be able to navigate some of that. I can't speak to what it's like in 31 other situations, guys. I'm not there. But I know how this place has worked and what has been the pitfalls of the two previous coaches, and that would at least be setting him up for success coming in if you were Matt Nagy.
Quickly, we've got another minute or so. Tennessee, she writes, also plans to reach out to several defensive coordinators, including the Indianapolis Colts' Lou Anarumo, the Green Bay Packers' Jeff Hafley, used to be at Boston College, the Jacksonville Jaguars' Anthony Campanile, the Rams' Chris Shula, the Houston Texans' Matt Burke, and the Chargers' Jesse Minter, who used to be at Vanderbilt. Any thoughts on any of those guys?
I think Lou Anarumo is going to be talked about. Yeah, we'll see how he interviews, right? But I think going into the process, he's viewed favorably. I don't think Titans fans would like that, to go from a former Bengals coordinator that you fired to another Bengals coordinator that got fired, but he looks fine in Indianapolis. And again, he's got experience. He's not quite Mike McCarthy, 62 years old, long in the tooth, but he's been around football, and he's no nonsense, right? You need somebody who's going to be able to stabilize and hold people accountable here. I think that by definition is Lou Anarumo when you talk to people who know him.
I would say comfort and fit with the organization.
Yes.
It's probably number 1 and 2 for me. So, Buck covers all these guys. That's the only way to go, or it's not going to work. I don't care offense, defense, special team coordinator, it doesn't matter to me.
Titans and Chiefs coming up today. Chiefs a 3-point favorite in this matchup. Todd Furman went with the Titans. Joe Fortenbaugh, ESPN Bet, went with the Titans. Mark Mariani went with the Titans.
Blaine Bishop goes with the Titans, 23-20.
Buck Rising.
Give me Minshew.
And not the Titans.
Titans radio coverage of Titans Chiefs coming up next. Thanks for listening. Lee Company, Countdown to Kickoff.
Tighten up.